Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? I'm Luna, the illest witch. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be making a honey jar. A honey jar is a jar of any size you want that has a screw top that you put all sorts of sweet items and crystals that attract good luck and wealth and things of that nature. You put all of those sweetness items into your jar, and then you put the lid back on. You take a candle, you melt it on top, boom, bang, voila, you have a honey jar. No, but the whole point of a honey jar is to attract into your life those things of which you are trying to manifest, and just all of those really great, awesome things that you desire. Of course, only things that you desire of love and light, not things that you are trying to manifest from the evil ego. So, that being said, let's get right into making our money jar. First off, let's talk about ingredients. To make our money jar, you can kind of like add ingredients that you want, or substitute or replace for things that you don't have. So that is super helpful, because I know a lot of us witches are on budget. Not many of these ingredients are expensive. I mean, if any. Also, something that I wanted to mention is that if enough people would be interested, I would make a kit to make this honey jar with all of the ingredients, and I would put it on my shop for you guys. So let me know in the comments below if you would be interested in buying a honey jar kit. Here are the ingredients that we need. I wrote a small jar, but I mean it can be a jar of any size with a screw top. Just be aware when picking the size jar you're going to use that you are going to need enough honey to fill the remainder of the jar that your ingredients don't fill. So if you're using like a really big jar, like a normal size mason jar, just be aware you're going to need a pretty big thing of honey. This is what I got for honey. I mean, I actually got two, but I have been using it every day in my morning rituals along with my cinnamon. I will make you guys a video on that another day. But so basically I bought two of these with the intention of being able to make a little bit bigger of a honey jar, but it actually worked out perfectly. So you're going to need a jar with a screw top. You are going to need honey enough to fill the jar. You're going to need 1 to 3 teaspoons. I am not going to be measuring. I like to wing it. It's the same way I do things while I'm baking. Not really. I'm actually pretty OCD about measuring things, but regardless, we're not going to be measuring today. I think we can figure it out. So 1 to 3 teaspoons of each, or at least 3. So that's what I'm going to be doing, because I don't actually have all of these ingredients. But the ingredients that you can do all of, or at least 3 of, consist of lavender, Irish moss, chamomile, nutmeg, alfalfa, basil, golden seal, chicory, calamus roots, and yeah, I'm going to be using 3 of those, like I said, because it says use at least 3, and that actually worked out perfect because that's what I have on hand. So I have my lavender, which I'm very sad to take this apart. It's very all nicely wound up. Has a little note here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It says lavender from my garden, and then on the other side it says only for wizards, rub me. So I think that's supposed to be like a scratch and sniff effect. Anyway, this lavender is from a garden in Europe. It came with my wand, and it was very lovely that I wasn't expecting it, and it just came with it, along with this necklace. So I got all of these things when I ordered my wand, and that was a nice surprise. So anyway, to make this honey jar, I am going to have to unweave some of this. So we have our lavender, nutmeg. I'm just using regular ground nutmeg from the store. And then the third one we're going to be using is basil. Again, just regular organic basil from the store. So that's our 3 herbs. Next, I wrote down 8 sunflower seeds. I didn't have sunflower seeds, so I'm going to be using pumpkin seeds. I don't know if you guys can see. Yes, okay, so I have pumpkin seeds in here. I believe I have 12, so I'll probably just pick out the best ones. So 8 sunflower seeds, or something similar. 1 crystal or stone. The list of crystal or stones that you can use are lotus stone, magnetite, citrine, which is great for manifesting, green aventure, which is great for attracting money and wealth, pyrite, which I love because I made my money jar or money bowl with that. I will someday make a video to show you guys how to make that because that has just been amazing in attracting wealth and success into my life. So pyrite or tiger's eye. So what I'm going to be doing, I only put that you need 1 crystal, but I'm actually going to be putting 3, well actually 4, but this quartz that I'm going to be using is a very, very tiny, mini itty bitty guy that I got as like a free little gift when I ordered something else. I'm going to be using citrine because that is one of my favorite manifesting stones. I'm going to use green aventure because, as I told you guys, that is great for manifesting money. I actually wear that around my neck. And then I'm going to use pyrite or fool's gold because, as I said, I use that in my money bowl and I have had great success with that. So I'm going to use 3 stones, not counting that little itty bitty quartz. I'm using the quartz because quartz enhances other crystals. So we have that, a mortar and pestle or a bowl and spoon. I'm going to be using this little 3 moon mortar that I have here. Next, 3 or more green spell or taper candles. So I do have more than 3, but for the purposes of getting all of these ingredients ready for this video, I have 3 little spell taper candles here. And then these are optional, the last 2 ingredients. You can use patchouli oil to anoint the candles, so that's totally optional. I'm actually not going to be doing that. You know what though? I am going to use... I don't see it. I was going to use orange. Yes, okay. I'm going to use orange and lavender oil actually to anoint my candles. So I'm doing things a little bit extra here, but that's me, Luna, a little bit extra. So the last optional ingredient here is a crystal tip or pin, quartz crystal point, and that is to carve into your candles. So that is the last 2 optional steps are all about the candles there for carving and anointing with oil. Totally not necessary for making your jar, but cool to have. So maybe not cool to have, but like helpful in the process if that is how you move your energy. Very quickly to go back through those steps. 1 small jar with a screw lid. Honey, enough to fill the jar. 1 to 3 teaspoons of the herbs that I listed. 8 sunflower seeds. 1 crystal or stone of the crystals that I listed. A mortar and pestle or bowl or spoon. 3 or more green spell candles or taper candles. Patchouli oil, totally optional. And a crystal tip or pin. Also totally optional. So we are going to dive right into making our honey jar. First, what we are going to do is take our mortar, our bowl, and we're going to put 1 to 3 teaspoons of each of our herbs, or at least 3 that were listed. So I am using lavender, which I'm so sad to break this up. Oh gosh, I don't even know where to start. So 1 to 2 teaspoons of lavender. I'm gonna go a little bit heavy on this because we're not measuring, and I just want to make sure, you know, that I have what I'm supposed to have. You know what? A teaspoon's really small. This kind of looks starting to look like a tablespoon. I'm going to say that is good. That is, I don't know if you can see this. That's how much I used of it. Oh my god, it smells so good. Wow, that really is fresh lavender. That is amazing. There's my lavender. My 1 to 3 teaspoons of lavender. Next, nutmeg. Rosemary. Why couldn't I use rosemary? Okay, it's just not in the cards. Alright, nutmeg. My nutmeg has not been opened, so let's break into that. I was going to do a pick a card reading for you guys after this, but I have finals in the morning. Alright, so 1 to 3 teaspoons of nutmeg. Okay, I think that looks good. There's my nutmeg with my lavender. Next is basil. I don't think this is open either. Nope, sure isn't. I think that is 1 to 3 teaspoons of basil. Alright guys, so here is all of that. Next, because I don't have a pestle, I'm going to use my crystal point to mix these bad boys together. Oh my god, my citrine's rolling away. It doesn't want to go in a honey jar for the rest of its life. No, that's okay. When you guys, when you don't want to use the specific honey jar anymore that you made, you can either bury the whole jar in a place of your liking, or you can disassemble it and just bury the crystals or the stones and reuse the jar and recycle or dump out whatever rest of the ingredients was in there. But I mean, so basically when you're done with it, you don't want to use it anymore, you either, like I said, bury the jar or bury just the stones in it. But you do bury a part of it, and you thank it for all of the abundance it has brought you and for doing its job. As you are mixing it, focus your energy on what it is that you're trying to attract, whether it's just personal abundance in general, or money, or success. Just really focus that energy and call it all in. Call in the cash, love, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest or attract with your honey jar. Alright, so I've mixed those together a little bit using my quartz point. Next, you're going to want to mix them a little bit more with your fingers just to infuse it with a little bit of your own personal energy. Oh my god, this smells so freaking good, guys. See, this honey jar, it's going to be everything amazing. So it's going to attract everything amazing in turn. Because like attracts like. See how that works? If you watch my videos, you already know that, because I say that all of the time, because it is so important in the manifestation and law of attraction world, if you will. Alright, so obviously if you have, like, if you think you have negative energy on you, wash your hands before doing this, but, oh my god, my nails are gonna pick this stuff up. Basically you want to just, like, mix the herbs around a little bit with your fingers to put some of your own personal energy into your honey jar, alright, just to connect it to you so that everything good that it attracts for you will really, you know, come to you, be attracted to you. So I think we're good here. You know what I didn't consider? I didn't think about how I'm gonna get this into that little jar, but we'll just have to, like, make a paper funnel or something. We'll do it. We'll get through it. I'm sorry. I have optimism here. We need that optimism energy to put towards our honey jar, our honey abundance jar that we're making here. It's gonna bring us everything and more and help make our dreams come true. I mean, it'll help, but you still gotta do a lot of the work. Sorry to tell you. That's the truth. And on this channel, I never lie to you guys. They smell so good. Alright. Oh, another thing that I'm adding for my own personal touch here, I'm going to add a vanilla bean. I've always wondered if vanilla beans taste good, or if it's kind of like vanilla extract. And, I'm guessing that it's like vanilla extract. But, let's see. Alright, so this is a vanilla bean if you've never seen one. They're actually, like, they're pretty long. See that? Yeah, that's a vanilla bean. And I really have to know how this tastes. Oh god. Not good. Don't do that. Okay, like, there's an after hint of vanilla, like, smell that you get, but, no, overall, don't do that. That was not pleasant. Eh. Still, vanilla is sweet, so I'm gonna put it in my honey jar. The honey, I think, will sweeten it. Ta-da! Problem solved. That's another thing. If you want to be able to manifest and attract all of this sweetness and abundance into your life, you need to become a natural problem solver. I will also make a video on that in the future, but right now, let's make our honey jar. So, I'm going to save my vanilla bean for when I put in my pumpkin seeds, which are supposed to be sunflower seeds, but, it's all about intention. Okay, so focus that energy, guys. Alright, next what we're going to do is place the crystal, or in my case, crystals, into the jar and focus on what it is that it's going to attract into our life. So, we have, let's see, first, I don't know what to put in first. Alright, I love this crystal trifecta that I picked out in this itty bitty quartz. So good. Alright, so first we have our pyrite, which they call fool's gold. So that's pyrite, which does attract money, even though it is not worth that much. I mean, it's, a semi-precious crystal, but pyrite attracts money. So we have our pyrite. Next, we're going to put in our citrine. Oh, and just so you guys know, I'll have the link in the description to my shop. You can find any of these crystals in my shop if you need a place to find them. I pretty much sell them, like, a couple together rather than just one. So you will have some left over as well if you're making a honey jar. Or, like I said, let me know in the comments if you guys would like me to put together honey jar kits, and I will include a couple of the crystals in there so that you can have your choice. Alright, so we're putting our crystals in the jar. We're focusing on the intention and what they're going to bring us. So we have our pyrite, which will attract success and abundance and money to us. We have our citrine, which will attract love and abundance and help with manifesting. It will bring success and bring anything our way of which we are trying to manifest. Next, we have green aventurine. Green aventurine will help us attract money, which money does not bring happiness. I've said this in one of my videos before. However, it does help you get experiences that bring happiness. It does help you achieve your dreams that bring happiness. It could help you travel somewhere where you could meet the love of your life. So although money does not equal happiness, money and wealth does kind of come hand in hand with like success and things of that nature. So we have our green aventurine. Oh my god, I'm so excited with this already. I don't know if you guys can see it. Our citrine, our pyrite, our green aventurine. And last, I'm going to put in our itty bitty quartz, because quartz sucks up as much energy as it can, and then it releases it. So what I'm hoping, my intention of putting this quartz on top of these three and then burying it with our honey and all of our herbs here, is that it will suck up the energy as much as it can and then release it. Sort of like almost create a vortex of that energy and keep the energy alive within the honey jar. So I'm going to put that in there, in the middle. I want it to go. Frick. Quartz. Alright, it's kind of... it's just not how I want it to be. It's perfect! Okay, it's so perfect, guys. You're not going to be able to see it, but I don't know how to show you. I'll show you after we're done making it, because I think it'll sit better, but I don't want to disturb it for now. Alright, so we have our stones. One stone, or however many you like. If you guys would like me to create the honey jar kits, I will include a couple different crystals for you, so that you can either put them in your jar or have a couple extra for manifesting success and money and love and whatever, what have you. So let's see, we have our crystals in our jar. Next, we are going to cover the crystals with the herbs and then sprinkle the sunflower seeds on top. In our case, pumpkin seeds. So I gotta get this into there. I didn't think this through. Alright. I know what to do though. Oh no. Yeah? Better? Kinda? A little bit? Alright, so if your jar is small, make kind of like a funnel with a piece of paper. I'm sure you guys probably know how to do this. If you don't, just try. You'll figure it out, pretty sure. Or ask in the comments. Somebody, I'm sure, will teach you. I will teach you if it's really that big of a deal. But, alright, here we go. Pretty much got them all. I mean, like, yeah, for the most part, totally got them all. Nice. I think they all went in, too. Wow, that was so freaking successful. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, that worked so good, even I'm surprised. That usually doesn't happen. Alright. Thank you, Juan. Look. Let the magic begin. Alright, so now I got my herbs in here on top of my crystals. So I can't actually really see them anymore. That's alright. So that's how full our jar is with our herbs and our crystals now. Right, next we're going to sprinkle our sunflower seeds on top. And I'm also going to, I think I'm going to chop the vanilla bean up a little bit. So we only needed eight sunflower seeds. However, I'm just gonna go with what I have here. Just gonna put them all in here. because some are a little bit broken. They're actually seeds from my Halloween pumpkins that I carved, and they were outside. I was feeding them to the animals. I just put them outside in my yard, and then they got run over by a snowblower, so some of them got a little bit cut up. So I tried to pick out the best ones, and I think I succeeded, but my point is I put like 12 in there. So now I have pumpkin seeds, and I'm going to cut up my vanilla bean. For some reason, I really think this is going to be hard to cut. Maybe not. Oh, it's really easy to cut. I don't know what it is about this vanilla bean that's so taunting. I really want to try to eat one of these pieces now, but I already tasted it and it tasted so bad. But I'm thinking like maybe the inside tastes better. Oh my god, I almost just like knocked my whole book of shadows over, which in turn would have knocked over our honey jar that we have made so far. That would have sucked. So believe it or not, vanilla beans are actually pretty expensive. For one bean, it was like $12, at least here in New York it is, but I know in New York things cost a lot more than they should. Like, for some reason, things are expensive in New York. But that's what I get for being a witch in New York. As I mentioned before, the vanilla bean wasn't even on the list of ingredients. It was something that I happened to have. And I'm going to put it in just because this honey jar is supposed to be everything sweet. Everything sweetness. We're going to put in our little pieces of vanilla bean now. So this is what I meant by like you can kind of personalize it if you want, you know, put in ingredients that mean something to you, or just ingredients that like make you think of like sweetness and like attracting everything that is light and love, okay? Because that is basically our intention with our honey jar, is to attract everything that's light and love and to help us manifest our wildest dreams and success. Also, you know, like prosperity in whatever way you are looking for it in, because as we know, prosperity is not just money, it is any type of abundance and wealth. You know, it can be love, spirituality, anything that you are searching for. You don't want to necessarily go for things you're lacking, because lack attracts lack, and we are trying to attract abundance. So we have our vanilla bean and our pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds in here now. So that is it. That's all the ingredients that we are putting in our jar. And now we're going to fill it up with honey. I don't know why this is so freaking satisfying, guys. Look at this. Oh, this one's almost empty, but I think I'm going to have enough. And I always have more than I need. I mean, in this case, I have an entire another thing of honey. So, like, yeah, I definitely have more than I need. Okay. So just because of how I am, I want this jar filled all the way to the top. Oh my god. Guys. This stuff is starting to float. Wow. Look at this. I don't know if you can see this. Probably not, but yeah, you can. Look at the top. Alright, you can see. I think you can see it. Okay, you can literally see the vanilla beans going up. And the pumpkin seed. Look at it. It's literally floating up the side, guys. This is so fucking cool. Alright, but like I said, just because I'm me, I need to fill this all the way to the top. It's a little bit better. It's so cool that this stuff is floating. Alright, so, and see, this is how much I had left. I always have more than I need. I have a lot more than I need. I mean, that's what I'm manifesting. So, I have my giant quartz here. I mean, not really giant, but this one is actually for sale in my shop. Tonight's actually the full moon, so a lot of my crystals are going to be going outside soon, as soon as we're done with this video. Let me cap this up. Wow, because everything is coming to the top. This is so cool. So we put the lid on. I have just not seen anything like this. This is just the coolest, guys. Ugh. Alright, like, I've made these before, but this is just so cool. I guess I've never been in such high spirits while making this. You know, I've never been in the middle of such successful manifesting, I guess. So maybe that's why my stuff's never risen to the top so quickly. So you can either seal the jar with candle wax if you want. This is just so freaking amazing, guys. Look at, can you see this? Yeah, you can. Alright, look at that. You can literally see it rising. That's so awesome. You know, I'm probably going to, it's hard to ship stuff like this in the US, at least in New York it is, but I am probably going to start making these and putting them on my shop. Regardless, don't care. It's just, it's just so, like, abundance I have to be able to put out into the world. I'm not going to let New York State shipping policies hinder that. We're going to hold the jar for a couple moments. We're going to visualize all of the abundance that we are bringing to ourselves and to others, and, you know, just that prosperity, wealth, success, money, whatever you want your honey jar to bring to you. So you're going to hold that in your hands for a little bit and just visualize all of that wonderful sweetness. Like I said, you can seal the lid with candle wax, but I would wait until we are burning the candle that we're going to use with the honey jar. So the next step here is to pick up one of your candles. You're only going to be using one at a time with this, like over time. We'll get to that, but you can inscribe the candle if you want with your crystal point. And like I said, the crystal point is optional because inscribing your candle is optional. And you can also, after inscribing it, you can anoint your candle with your oils. Patchouli oil is listed in the actual original spell, but I don't have that. So I'm going to use orange and lavender. I think that'll make up for it. So let's see, what do I want to inscribe here? I'm going to inscribe a couple of sigils onto my little candle here. Let me know in the comments if you guys want a video on how to create sigils. Also, I'm going to make one anyways, but you know, if you guys like are very interested in it, I will fast track it. However, the next video I'm making, other than adult bedtime stories, which probably is going to be chapter 3 of The Secret History of the World by Mark Booth. The next video is going to be a tarot reading, a pick a card reading of what your future self wants to tell you. So make sure you ring that bell so that you get notified for that. For now, a couple sigils that I want to put on here. Shit. I guess success. So, let's see if I can make a little circle on here to put my sigil in. An S. We skip the U, because in sigils we don't put vowels in. So, next is C. Okay, we skip the E, no vowels. We skip the S's, no repeating letters. And that's literally it. Okay, alright, so that's it for that. I'm going to put abundance. I'm going to put prosperity as well, just because, like we said, prosperity, you know, has so many things in it, like love and money, just really any type of wealth and abundance. Alright, literally just going to put like a little money symbol on here too. Okay, so we're done inscribing. I don't think you guys can kind of see where it's like chopped up a little bit, but I don't think you can see my actual what I inscribed on there, but that's alright. I'm also only doing one candle at a time. I'm not gonna mess with the other 2 candles right now. You can if you want. I'm not doing that right now for the sake of the video and because I don't feel it's necessary. I'm just so pleased with this honey jar. So pleased with it. Oh my gosh. It's just amazing to me that all of the vanilla bean like went to the top along with some pumpkin seeds. Maybe over time, as I manifest, like that's how I'll know when this jar is done, when I can bury it or bury the stones. Alright, so I'm going to just anoint. You know, there's lavender in here, so I'm actually just going to do orange. I'm going to anoint it a little bit with orange here, orange essential oil. Alright, I got a drop on there. Let's see, I'm going to do one more. Yeah, that's totally enough. Alright, so we're just anointing the candle. I'm just going to rub oil all over it. Alright. And oof. Now I smell like oranges. Nice. Okay, so this is pretty much how this is going to work out here with your candle on your honey jar. So now what you're going to do with the candle is you can either like kind of melt and maneuver the wax enough to have it like dripping down the sides. These little taper candles don't really go that out of control with the wax. The wax actually just kind of disappears really. If you do buy a honey jar kit off of my site and it comes with these candles, you're going to have to like maneuver the wax. Alright, I mean I could also use wax from another candle. This is green also. I don't think I mentioned that. The candles are supposed to be green. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we want this attached to the lid. So you can either melt the bottom. Oh my god, there's an air bubble coming up. There's an air bubble with a seed coming up. That's so cool looking. Oh my god, okay. Oh, I love it. Alright, so, it's so cool. Alright, you can either melt the bottom and stick it down that way, or you can light it and then like kind of pour wax and do it that way. I'm gonna see what I can do for melting the bottom here. Like, if I can get, you know, a good amount of wax on there to make it stick, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of making progress here. I thought it would work a little bit better, but it's not. Alright, yeah, it's working. Now I'm going to light my candle, now that it is stuck to the top with candle wax. Lovely. Basically, you're going to want to let this candle burn out on its own. So what I'm probably going to do is I still need to meditate before bed, even though I have finals in the morning. So I'm going to, you know, get my crystals, put them out. Actually, I may even put this outside to soak up the energy of the full moon tonight, but I don't know if the candle will keep burning outside or if the wind will blow it out. Regardless, so I still have to put my crystals out in the full moon and put my water out to make new full moon water. And I still have to meditate. So that's probably what I'll do while I'm letting this candle burn out before bed. It'll probably be really good to meditate on it. Use this candle flame to meditate. That'll probably really help with adding to what I'm trying to manifest, my visualization and my honey jar. So yeah, so you let this one burn out, and then the point of having 2 or more is that you repeat the step with the candle either weekly or more often. And basically when I say repeat this step, I mean you would put a new candle on it, and you know, you would sit and pretty much visualize and just think of all the things that you were trying to manifest. Think of how grateful you are for everything that you have manifested and just all of the gratitude that you have in your life. And then you would repeat the step with the candle, you know, inscribing with your crystal, anointing with your patchouli oil, or as I use orange oil. And also those steps are optional, so you can just put on another candle. So you want to do that weekly or more often. And then you'll pretty much sense when this honey jar is done. And the traditional thing to do is to bury the whole jar. But like I said earlier, if you want, you can reuse the jar and just bury the stones in the bottom. It seems kind of not worth the trouble. I mean, as long as you're not using like a super expensive jar, it kind of doesn't seem worth the trouble to like dig out sticky stones through your herbs and stuff. That's up to you. So, and then what you're going to do when you retire this honey jar and you bury it or the stones, you're going to say this or something similar to this. I thank these herbs and this honey for the abundance that it has manifested and release these energies back into the earth. And you're going to say that as you are burying your jar. All right? So, I mean, it's kind of up to you. You'll kind of just know when this honey jar is done. Like, you'll kind of know when you're at a part in your life where you have, like, manifested, like, a certain group of things, and, like, when you want to, you know, create a new honey jar for the next phases and steps of your life. But until then, you can continue this candle step either weekly or more often. So that is all I have for you guys. Wish me luck on my finals in the morning. By the time you see this, they will be done with, but I'm sure I'm going to do great with my honey jar here. That is all I have for you guys with the honey jar tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to fast track the honey jar kits in my shop for you, or full honey jars made by me for you. Those might be a little bit harder to ship, so that's always what like kills me is shipping, because it makes it cost more for me, which means I have to charge more for you because, you know, unfortunately, I haven't manifested enough money to be able to pay to get this stuff to you guys. So if you want, you can donate to my channel. I have a link to donate below in the description. If you want to donate money and help me grow my wealth and abundance with me and my honey jar, you can donate with that link below. And eventually, when I am wealthy enough, I will be able to do contests to help you guys get some free stuff and some cool stuff that I make, and, you know, some cool stuff that we do in our spell work here on my channel. So thank you so much, guys, for watching my channel, and I hope that your honey jars bring you guys all of the abundance in the world and make your wildest dreams come true. Of course, you know, you're gonna have to put a little oomph into that yourself as well, but I hope your honey jar helps you out. Thank you so much, guys. Remember to push that subscribe button to become part of the illest family. Ring that notification bell so that you don't miss the next pick a card reading on what your future self has to say to you. Push that big thumbs up button because it makes my heart super happy. And as I said, comment below to let me know if you guys would like a video on how to make sigils, and if you would like just the finished product of honey jars to appear in my shop, or just kits so that you guys can create your own honey jars. Thank you so much, guys. As always, remember, if it harms none, do what you will. Thanks, guys.